Hey guys, so I haven't posted anything in a while. It's been like almost half a year. So I'm just gonna give a recap about where I'm at because again, I understand that not a lot of people watch these videos, but it's kind of like a goal for mine to like track what I post and track what I do in life and see where I'm at. So right now it's the summer. It is June, I believe June 5th, and I'm starting my first internship tomorrow. I was fortunate enough to get two internships in New York. So I'm really excited about that. And the school year actually ended pretty well. The second semester went pretty well. I actually did pretty well in my classes, relatively due to the difficulty of the classes. I think I ended with like a 3.3 GPA for my overall right now. So I kept that strong, which I'm happy about. And I also got into music more. So I think I mentioned this in my other videos before that I've kind of played around with music. And I've actually invested some money into it in the sense that I've worked with producers and stuff like that. It's still no one's really listening to it, but it does sound like a lot better. But it just shows you that even if you like invest money and like more time into it and stuff like that, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter in the beginning. Like it takes time, I think, to grow. So I actually just finished working on one of my songs now that I sent to my friend. It's like $30, $40 for a song. It's pretty expensive. It adds up. I think I spent around around a few $100s, like $200, $300 on music right now. I think I'm going to stop after this song because I think that even though I really want to invest time in my music, I need to just let the ones I have out there saturate a little bit and kind of promote it if I can. I really don't know how to promote it, but like my last song I came up with was "Don't Give Up," and the song is literally about like me wanting to give up on things, and saying that like, hey, I can't do this anymore. Like I'm sitting in my room, I don't see the light in my life, and that kind of stuff can really hurt people, because you don't really see an end. You kind of just see like a struggle. And then like again, there's so many artists out there. I'm not saying like I'm the best artist out there, but I think I do have a talent, and I do think I should be a little bit more noticed. But again, that's my opinion. I've gotten really good feedback from the people who've listened to it, but it's just hard to get your audience out there. But does that mean I'm going to give up? No, it's not going to mean I'm going to give up. It's just I have to be smart about it. I can't go drop hundreds of dollars on songs. So after this song, I'm gonna take a break with this guy and see what I can work with, and go from there. I do have some money, so I don't really spend a lot of money on other things. So I'm fine with spending money on my hobbies and my investment. I mean, I see this as a really big investment because it's a better quality song. I really don't know production stuff for music. I will learn it now that I'm going to stop working with him for a little bit. I haven't told him yet, but he kind of works on an hourly basis. Which I mean, honestly, I feel like he could have done a little bit cheaper because I don't have a lot of money. But it is what it is. He needs to also eat, and he also needs to get money. As you see, I cut most of my hair off. It was much shorter a few weeks ago, but it's short. Still going to the gym. Still doing fitness. Really into it. I'm around 170 pounds right now, and most of it's muscle. I think. I'm eating really well. I feel good. I had some issues with my stomach recently, in the past year. And obviously, my dad was sick, so my dad is better now, thankfully. Hopefully he'll stay better. I unfortunately lost someone really close to me I don't know if I spoke about this, but I'll just repeat it. I think I may have made a video in like February, but I actually had to go to Israel over the summer, over winter break, to go see my aunt's grave, my great aunt's grave. She's really close to me. I spent a lot of time with her in Israel over summer when I worked there. And she unfortunately died. Sometimes I'm not looking at the camera. I'm sorry. It's kind of like, maybe that's better. But yeah, she passed away from pancreatic cancer. So cancer has been really hitting my family hard over the past few months. And please, knock on wood, that it won't do it anything anymore. And this is just going to pass and seeing as like an experience that kind of made us stronger as a family. So I'm working this summer at these two internships. I'm also still working on my apps. As you know, I left WeBar, obviously, that sucks, but I really don't think about it that much. I mean, it sucks, but it's not anywhere like saying like, oh shit, I wish I was still there. It hasn't really gone anywhere. that I know of, and I still following it kind of. You know, hopefully we'll get somewhere, and I could say that was my idea, but I don't really put my time into that. I'm putting in my time into 2 apps. One app is called Chiloof. It's a social media where you are productive instead of counterproductive. So you're posting goals, like if my goal is to be a musician or something like that, I'm doing that, and then you get points for it, and then that's how you become popular in the app via points. So as you achieve more, you become more popular in the app. And the second app is LockNet. It's like a digital business card. So it's using geolocation to connect with people on social media and LinkedIn and other platforms like email and phone. So I'm really excited about that, working with some friends. I have invested a few $100 into that as well. It's, you know, it's money here and there. I think my total non-stock investments is like $1,000. And honestly, like, yeah, it's a lot of money, and yeah, I haven't gotten a return on it yet. But like, let's say one of my songs gets popular, like I wake up one morning and it's just like thousands of views. You know, you don't know what's gonna happen. So I just gotta try. I mean, I'm having fun with my music. I love my music. I love sharing. I love listening to it. It makes me really proud of myself, and it really helps me mentally, because I am suffering with depression. It is something that is taking a hold of me sometimes. And I think I mentioned this in my other videos before. I deleted some of my videos, but I've mentioned this in definitely some of my videos. You know, depression is something that it's not always there, but it just comes at the weirdest times, and you sometimes can't control it. So I see that when I'm feeling down, if I sing about it or I write something about it, I don't really write my music. I just sing, and sometimes it doesn't really make sense, but I work, and that's why it costs a little bit more money, because I spend a little more time, you know, with the vocals. But like yesterday, I got like 20 takes. Today, I got 10 takes, and it's just me going through it on and on and on, and seeing what works and what doesn't work. And I really think that's cool because it's raw emotions. Yeah, I can write it down, but I usually sing it, or I write some of it down and then I sing part of it, and then I add stuff when I'm feeling it and that kind of stuff. So yeah, so that's what I'm doing right now. This is an update. I honestly only did an update today because the camera was working on this computer, and it's kind of cool. This is my office and my house, not college. So yeah, but yeah. I mean, listen, I'm going to see a shrink later. You know, just I need to talk to someone. I mean, these videos help a lot, but I think it's important to get someone's input, because sometimes I feel lost. You know, I feel lost, and I feel like it's not even sadness. It's just like, because I think no one can see the future, but everyone wants to know if you're doing it right? Like, I'm working out. Like, is that going to help me in the future? Is my music going to help me in the future? Is my apps going to help me in the future? Is, you know, what's going to happen to my family? Like you want to know what's going on. And I think the biggest issue with me, and what makes me depressed, is just always wanting to know what the future is. And I think I've had this all my life. And I don't think this is a bad thing, in the sense that you can use it for the good, because you want to work towards a future. But it's a really dangerous thing. It's a really dangerous thing if you only look to the future and you don't look into the present, and you're always looking like what's going to happen, not looking what's happening now. So I'm really working on what's happening now, because I know that if eventually I get popular in my music, or I am successful in something I do, I know I'm going to look back to this period in my life and say, like, wow, I wish I was there, and I wish I could tell Dan, you know, that everything works out. And, you know, yeah, it's going to be great, but what the greatest part is getting to there. So I think a lot of people say, like, the greatest thing is to, like, being able to earn money to get, like, a nice car. The car is just a car in the end of the day. So, you know, that fame and fortune, I don't really need, but I know that I don't feel like I need it, in the sense that I need to do it to live, but I feel like I need that to know that what I'm doing is the right thing. And I think it's also, I'm going to end the video here as well, because it's almost over 10 minutes. I think it's really important to realize that even though other people may not say you're successful, if you think in your mind that you're successful, that's really important as well. Because, yeah, obviously gratification is fun. Like, getting more friends, potentially getting a girlfriend, over something because you're popular or something, like, I'm being honest with you, that's great. Like, that's not bad. Like, buying nice clothes, going to nice places because you're famous, you're gonna have money, that's nice. No one's gonna say that's not nice. But the thing is, it's so unattainable in the start that if you start believing in yourself and start saying to yourself, like, hey, I made the song, and even though it's not number one in the charts, it's still really meaningful to me. Like, We Borrow is on the App Store. That's still really meaningful for me. Like, I that was my idea a year ago, and it's there now. So that's kind of cool. Does it suck that I'm not in the company anymore and it's not really successful? Yeah, it does suck. But I'm not gonna sit here and cry about it and be sad about it all the time. I made my video. I told the world what happened. Told the people who really care what happened, and that's really it. I just had to move on. And literally the day while We Borrow was going on, I knew there's a chance that it was gonna fail. Not fail, but like a chance that it just wasn't gonna work out. So I put my efforts into other things like music and apps, and that's why I'm doing that now as well. Like, I understand that like it's important to put all your efforts in something, and that's what I do with everything I do. But that doesn't mean you can't spread your options, right? So like, yeah, I want to be a musician. Like that's one of my goals. Like if I had the opportunity to be a famous musician right now, I would take it, and I would take that because I understand that like music is good, but it also gives you a platform to talk on, and it gives you a platform, and you can use your knowledge actively. So my entrepreneurship skills would definitely help in that kind of, and if I got popular with music and stuff like that. And then going to college, like that wasn't my ultimate goal to go to college and get a finance degree. I don't think that I necessarily want to work in the financial industry, but I knew that it was a smart decision because it's very hard to realize what you exactly want to do, and you still have to put food on the table. So I said to myself, let me figure out what I want to do in life. Let me just try things, but at least I know I'm getting education, and that's a big investment, right? I've been fortunate enough for it to be really paid for my parents and the state because of my disability, so I'm really fortunate about that, and I can go get a job with that now. So I have a year to go, and hopefully everything goes well, and I graduate, and I can easily get a good paying job. And that doesn't mean I have to stop my passions, right? So it's really up to you in life, right? And this is my most recent song as well. It's like people will try to tailor your life, but in the end they'll fail if you fight back, right? So the song is called "Failed Tailored," because it's like I'm trying to tell people like they failed at tailoring my life. Like, everyone wants comfort in life, and that's not bad. I'm not trying to call out anyone who's trying to help me in life or anyone in their own lives. But I think that it's important to realize that I'm not going to sit here and go to college, and then go into a finance job and just sit there for 20 years. That may be a possibility that I may do that. Like that's not my goal. My goal is to do stuff that I love as well. And then hopefully one of the things I love works out. Now, I do have plans to get my MBA. I do have, other plans to hopefully run a company one day and do that kind of stuff. But that doesn't mean I can't do my passions, right? Your time is, and this is also one of the things I was talking about myself, your time is so short in life. Do you really want to get old and go back and say, shit, I should have tried to make music. Like, should have just tried, right? Maybe in a year from now, I'm going to say to myself, maybe I should just leave this. I'm paying $20 a year for my music to be online. It's adding up the money. Maybe I should just stop this. That could be a possibility. No one's saying that that's not going to happen. But it's just, you just have to remember that you tried. Because I don't want to look back in my life and say, like, oh, I didn't do something that I really wanted to do. That was one of my goals, and just do it. But yeah, because a lot of times I see, like, I go to a place and I see someone I want to talk to, like usually a girl or something like that, and then I just leave and I say to myself, like, maybe I should have gone to speak to her. Those are little things. That's not going to define your life. There's certain situations that you just don't have the right time to talk to someone, but these kind of things is you're in control of. You're in control if you go on the computer and sing and you put yourself out there, right? So just don't let people tell you can't, because they usually tell you that you can't because they haven't come up with anything, right? Like if you go to like a successful musician, I'm 100% sure like they'll tell you that you can because they got there. Like they didn't just get there out of random. And I'm not a successful musician or I'm a successful entrepreneur, but I'll tell you that you can't do it. Like it's not impossible. There's a lot of luck involved, but there's a lot of effort as well. Like if you're not putting the time and effort into it, you're gonna fail. So yeah. Well, my apps and stuff right now, I don't know if it's gonna be successful because it's just so like it's on a team that I'm working with. I'm working with a team because I really, as I expressed in other videos, I really believe in working as a team. But sometimes it's a little dangerous because they're not as motivated as you, and you don't really have the resources. So maybe one day I'll find another project. But I'm just living my life and doing what I'm enjoying right now, and I'm having fun. So that's all that matters. So thanks for watching the video, and hopefully I'll talk to you guys soon.